All right, so this is for Saxon 4, Lesson 1, where you're doing an adding review. So when you're adding, you need to remember that what you're doing is you have groups of numbers. So let's say these are my groups, and I have 3 in one group and 4 in another group, okay? These are now my addends. If I am adding, I am combining these two groups to make a new group with a new set of with a new number. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've counted all of my dots, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dots over here. So when you're adding, you have to remember that you're combining 2 or more groups to make your new group. Now, again, when you're adding, these groups that you are adding together are called addends. Okay, you have addends, you create a number, and this number is called a sum when you're adding. So you add together addends and you create a sum. And again, when you're adding, you're combining 2 groups or more of something to make a new group. Let's do a couple testers. So if I have 4, 3, and 5, and I'm going to add them together. These are my addends. I am looking for my sum. So I can go through and add, and I can do this in multiple ways. I can count them out in dots, I can do it in my head if I can do it mentally, or I can use my fingers. I'm going to group them and then add them. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 5 is now 12, okay? And I get 12. Now, if I rearrange these addends and put 5, 3, 4, I would still get the exact same number. If I rearrange them again and said 3, 5, 4, I would still get the exact same sum. As long as you have the same addends and all you're doing is adding them together, you are going to end up with the same sum. So it doesn't matter if I say 4 plus 3 plus 5, 5 plus 3 plus 4, or 3 plus 5 plus 4, I'm still going to get the sum of 12 because all of my addends are the same. They are just in a different order. So if you were given the numbers 1, 2, and 3, and you were asked to show 6 ways that you could add these numbers together, what you'd be doing is you could do 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals the sum of, let's see, 2 and 1 is 3, plus 3 is 6. So you would have the sum of 6. This is one way. Another way I could do it is 2, 1, 3 equals 6. And I can keep going. 3, 1, 2 equals 6. And I would keep going until I had 6 different ways that I have added those 3 numbers together to equal 6. So when you're given 3 addends and you're asked to show it in 6 different ways, all they're asking you to do is put them as if you were adding and do it differently each time where you sort them out. Okay, this is 3 ways. I can keep going. Let's do 2, 3, 1. And then we could do 3, 2, 1. And the last one, we can do 1, 3, 2. Okay, there are 6 different ways that I have used those 3 addends to make an addition problem. When you're looking at word problems using adding, what you're looking at is the formula of sum more, and then totaling it together. Okay, so for example, if you had the question, Samantha saw 5 trees in the east field. Three trees in the west field and 4 trees in the north field. How many trees did Samantha see in all? Okay, when you're looking at an adding problem, one of the things that tells me this is addition is when it says see in all. Okay, that means all of them in total, all together. How many did she see? So we have to go through. Okay, so Samantha saw 5 trees in the east field. She saw 3 trees in the west field, and she saw 4 trees in the north field. So I have to take those 3 addends and I have to add them together. So that would be 5, 3, and 4. I'm going to add them together. 5 and 3 is 8, plus 4 is 12. Okay, so she saw 12 trees in total. So again, this is using multiple addends to find your sum, using an addition word problem. Last thing I'm going to show you for the adding, if you are looking at a missing number add-in problem, so for example, 4 plus n equals 7, okay? What you're looking at right now is an addition problem where one of the addends is missing. How I can solve this is 2 ways. I can either go at 4 and I can count up until I reach 7. That is my missing number, so I could go 4 and then go 5, 6, 7. I needed 3 to reach there, which means 4 and 3 equals 7. The other way I can do this is I can do the inverse. So the inverse of addition is subtraction. So I would put my biggest number on top, and I would subtract the addend I have, and I would get 3. Both of those will give you the same number. It's just 2 different ways of doing it. The bigger your addends and sums get, depending on which method you want to use. You can use either to have it work. That is the end of the addition review. It was quite large, but that's because it's a review of everything you learned last year. Okay, that was lesson 4 for Saxon 4, adding review.